Dale, dale, listo. No, pero sí no vengo muy street, me dieron una paliza ahorita. Bajé de rango de oro 1 a de nuevo a plata y volví a subir a oro 1 y me quedé a la mitad de subir a oro 2 y dije ya, hasta aquí. Mucho, mucho estrés. Buena suerte. Oh,
They're all
oh,
fired up.
oh,
We're almost underway.
yeah.
Go. What are these fighters going to do? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. They're really being worked over in the corner. There's a corner. Avoids getting cornered. The combo's there. Both fighters have used up a generous amount of drive already. Good drive management could well decide this. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing.
Okay.
Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 2 chases them down. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? That drive impact doesn't get through. You can block impact, but you're going to lose some drive gauge when you do. Will that drive impact get punished? You do not want to whiff an impact. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Drive reversal. Spend some drive gauge on the reversal. Throw escape. Hits the air throw. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Jumps up, hits him with a stop and bomb. Smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive Tensho. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Jumps? Smart play with the throw. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. A jump and whip. They're wide open. Slick overdrive Tensho there to call them out. Player 2 will drop.
Sí, obvio.
Notice, will this super art do anything? The super hits and this looks like it's gonna kill. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish.
Pero ve cuánto me bajaste. Ayer no me estabas bajando eso.
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a
¿Qué tal está la de elementos?
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Checks with a medium kick.
Excellent.
Parries the attack. The throw hits.
Okay.
Now the fun begins. Was well in range to score the throw. The low kick connects. Oh. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. The attack is parried. Not a perfect parry, but I'll take it. Gets the jump in. Oh, with the throw. Can't tech the throw. Taking stock.
Buena.
What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Knockdown. Gets him. Player 2 picks up the always important first round.
Buena finta, ¿no?
Stark brushes that off and keeps going. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 2 chases them down. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side kick. Were they baiting them into that? Experiencing burnout. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. They're not dead.
No, no, no!
Good damage. Now, can they finish the job? Wins out in the battle of the skies. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Gets the counter hit throw. Gets the knockdown, and now picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. Takes the chance to hurt him.
Fuck.
So they break forward to pressure the opponent. That drive impact is blocked. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw
Qué
super.
perro, qué perro, qué perro.
Taking stock. How will this impact things? Throws them to negate the block. Oh, easy tech.
Uf.
Player 1 chases them down, experiencing burnout. In a dire KO. Player 2
Buena,
picks up
buena,
the first
buenarda.
round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start. Lands a punish counter for the first hit.
Ah,
Stops the attack by using the drive there. Not a perfect parry, but I'll take it. Early round decisions are down to the wire. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Peppers them with the lightning kick. Oh boy. Level 2 super. Gets carried to the experiencing burnout. Quick breather. Player bears the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Reaches out with just goes for it at this range. This may be it. Can they keep on him? This unleashes some big damage. Burnout act in there. That was a glance on how a solid neutral game.
puro Chun-Li ALB aquí. Ya ni siquiera usaba de JP en todo el día. Bueno, hace un buen.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Goes in with the drive impact to start.
Ah, perro.
Checks him with the projectile. You're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight.
Bueno.
How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Stays cool and counters. Alright. That was a solid anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Both fighters are working with empty drive gauges, but I'm sure they want to make something happen. Not much drive to work with at the moment. With this super connect,
No.
heading into the end
Lo va a
game
perder.
now, it's getting tense. Anything could happen here. The jump in is
No.
denied.
Ah.
Quick breather.
No.
Just up.
Fuck.
They break forward to pressure the opponent.
Nah, sí. Sí, sí, sí,
Player
sí.
1 picks up
Nada
the
de
ball as a board
control
first round.
mesa, pero
They'll want to keep
nada.
the ball rolling. Immediate jump in. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Got their eye on the air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Medium kick. Blocks the impact. Excellent block to shut out the impact. That's the counter. Experiencing burnout. Uses the gauge for a super art.
Perfect.
Super art finish. Nice and clean. Untouchable. Impetuous.
Oh yeah, te rifaste chido la primera, pero dije Nel. Hay que enseñarle el oro 1. Ah, a este novato.
Immediate jump in. It's time for both fighters. Reversal. Potential takes him up. Low heavy. Lightning kicks. Impact squat. Slick overdrive cancels there to call them out. Player 1 leads corrects them. Oh, yo.
Estoy lejos, estoy lejos. Bueno.
What now? And it is on. Hazatsu. Carries. Getting up close and risky play, but it pays off. Okay, here we go. They can't make any mistakes here if they want any chance of winning. Oh my god, what a finish! I've seen a lot of fights in my day,
¿Mandé?
but nothing even comes close to
¿Qué
it.
significa eso?
It's not
Buena
over
suerte.
yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Checks with a medium kick. A parry? Spends the gauge for the drive reversal. Spend some drive gauge on the reversal. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Air throw had their eye on the sky. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage.
Fuck.
Takes a trip. Player
Fuck,
1
buena.
needs to deal with this burnout. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2
Buena ahí, bro.
on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball. Solid throw tech. reads the throw and shuts it down.
Buena.
Will gain control of the match in the early going. Player 1 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive Tensho. Player 1 hits them with a stop and bomb.
No, se quedó un cacho.
Back a chance. Pops them with a shorty. Burnout activates.
Perro.
Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Both sides in burnout. They can't drive. Jump, a super art. Serving them a severe beatdown, and the fun's just starting.
No, me salió.
Reversal. Sends the bar on up. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Casi,
Right back
casi,
into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. They were expecting that drive attack. Can't tech the throw. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Still slugging it out here. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. Punish is there with the drive impact. Really laying on the pressure. Player 2 chases them down. Taking stock. Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. And the throw ends the round.
Le iba como
Player 2
cheto.
sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Como que le falta agresión a tu Ken, ¿no?
Everything up until now.
Ay, güey.
And everything from here on out
Le falta
is so
agresión a
vital.
tu Ken, como que estás muy lejos
What's
siempre.
their game plan here at this critical stage? Hits them with a stop and bomb. Goes for the rush. Going in, grabs and throws them away. That throws you some good damage. Were they baiting them into that? Burnout activates.
GG.
Player 1 needs to use their SA gauge to their advantage.
Nah, sigues vivo, ¿no? Ah, no, 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 ni de chiste.
It's too close, and it's just enough. Solid read on the bars. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight.
Sí, y lo vas a seguir jugando el Zelda todavía no, ya no.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. A brave forward jump
buena.
there to start. With that drive
Sí,
impact
qué
to get
perro.
punished,
¿Qué?
the
No
throw
me
hits.
distraigas.
Now the fun begins. Steps in for the throw. Gets the counter. Knockdown. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner.
Sí.
What's their game plan here at this critical stage? The drive impact doesn't get them the punish counter, but it's still good. Life lead opens up. Burnout is triggered.
Ahí está, mi oportunidad.
It's a trip. That drive impact doesn't get through. Throws them to negate the block. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge.
Palobi nadie.
Tries to bait out the reaction to a fireball.
Sí, Palobi tú.
Comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance.
Oh, yes.
Player 2,
Oh.
and they keep it up. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Hits them with a stop and bomb. Doesn't miss a beat. So they bait forward to
Con que
pressure the
leyéndome.
opponent. Taking stock. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Going in.
No, no, no.
What's gonna happen?
Fuck, sí,
Oh
golpeé.
yeah, that's what I like to see.
Fuck. Chirio repa.
Noticeable life lead is a comeback.
Sí.
Both sides getting ready.
Sí, no, no,
Oh
no,
my God, what the
no,
heck?
no.
That was the highest I've ever seen.
Oh, qué coraje.
The real fight starts now. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Rushes that off and keeps going. Lincoln. It's a good spot to use the super. Hits the Sorceranka. We're gonna see what a beast Chun-Li is with their feet here. Player 2 can't let this simmer. Impact squat. There's the burnout.
Oh.
What's next? Oh, plot twist. Will this
Sí, me imaginé.
Excellent read. Takes the
Ay, no quería hacer eso.
Oh, here we go. Throw is denied. What a read. What are they gonna do? Amazing. Drops him hard. In attack range.
¿Qué poquito?
Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Hikacho from head.
Ah, pues tenías un cachito de vida, ¿cómo crees?
Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Muy buena, muy buena.
It's not over yet. Let's believe it's
Espera,
time
pausa.
for that comeback.
Bueno, dale. Sí, hay una forma.
To establish themselves early on. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's
Ya, ahora
fight.
sí. Va.
How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Stands firm and blocks the driving.
Uf.
What are they thinking here? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Super Meter is looking there right now. Will they try to hang back to
Oy.
stock up or continue fighting? Knockdown. Big, low, reaching heavy. Can't tech the throw. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Taking stock. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Oh, whips the throw. Hitting the burnout activates. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Oh God, this is experiencing.
Bien. Oh, no, no mató.
Going in, they're going
No.
for the super art. This guy-
No mames. Qué coraje, eso era mío. Estaba un aire ese
With the
tipo.
first strike, but they
Ah.
can't complacent.
La permití, la permití.
Immediate jump in. Brushes that off and keeps going. Takes the chance to hurt him. They were right to be on guard there. Gets carried to the corner. This
GG.
is gonna be bad news. Burnout activates.
G fucking
Super hits for
G.
super. The super hits and this
Nah.
looks like it's gonna kill.
No, me pongo en partida de práctica con este tipo que no les arcade para acostumbrarme. Y ya cuando entro a partida de competitivo ya juego con el mando. Combinación de ambas, bro.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws a fireball. Both fighters are raring to go. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open.
¿Qué haces?
Jump? You've got to be mindful of reaching jump-ins at this range. Player prompts him hard. Oh, the throw connects. Both avoiding the wall like a play.
No
Drives
mames.
back, misses.
No mames.
Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity.
Uf.
Any throw will whip at that range.
No. GG.
Putting the cherry on top.
Sí, me
Didn't
distraje.
hesitate, going for the kill with that super.
Yo sabía que no tenía que contestar ese mensaje. Yo sabía. Contestar ese mensaje. Es que pedí pido. Sí, me enfrié.
What a win.
No, Chun todavía está ahí.
It's not
En
over
práctica.
yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Jumps. Brushes that off and keeps going.
Ah,
Decides to spend the
Reaccionó muy
minute to
lento.
open up some more chances. Was that a good decision? Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Goes for the low kick. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. Player 1
Oof.
is in burnout. Drives off the table. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Player 2 chases him down. This stun might mean the end of this round.
sí funcionó.
Adds on a bit extra to that to make KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Lands a punish counter for the first hit. Takes the chance to hurt him. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Going in. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen?
GG.
Are they baiting them into that? Player 1, burnout activates. Player 1 has the deck stacked against them. Can they squeeze out a win here?
Oh yeah, Palori Maxi Perfect KO.
Impregnable and
¿Sí?
perfect.
Ahí está la P.
Well, listen, when you're
Mira,
locked
¿ya
in,
viste?
you're
P
locked
de
in.
Perfect.
That was a decisive win.
Necesito perder para motivarme.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even
¿Qué va a hacer?
close
¿Qué va a
to
hacer el
done
Ken?
yet. This is
Ah,
crucial.
bueno.
The opening round is about to begin. The combo's there. Decent damage. What's next? A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Player 2 chases them down, gets the parry in, and adds some pressure. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. A comeback's gonna be tough now. Can they do it? Taking stock. KO.
Sí, ya aprendí a meter presión, ¿no? Con la Chun-Li en la esquina. Pero terreno medio me cuesta todavía trabajo.
Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so vital.
Oh,
Gets the counter hit throw.
sí, 2 de
Hits them
2.
with the counter throw.
3 de
Breaks the
3.
block with a throw. Player 1 has a slight run. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Hits back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter
Fuck.
presents a huge chance. Player 1 is experiencing burnout. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Finds the target. Player 1, excellent block. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Flashes. There's a
Oh,
the super doesn't hit.
GG.
Even crashes out the
Ooh.
gate right there. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it.
¡Pongo! Nah, está bien difícil que te des un movimiento que te tiene que levantar del suelo. La Chun me falta la patada, que es un torbellino por abajo. No sé cómo sacarla, está difícil. Bueno, es que tiene un input. Mira, por ejemplo esto. Mira, para sacar el Kipukyo tengo que cargar 2 segundos hacia atrás, como el Gale. 1, 2 y ya tengo 1, entonces no sirve para sanear.
Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with.
Ah, qué perro.
How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. What's the play here? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation.
Oh.
Takes a big gamble and
Sí,
rips
la
out a raw
tenía
super.
de elegir.
Alright, what's coming up next?
Ay,
They're barely hanging in there. Can they hold out any longer? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Grabs them. Life lead opens up.
uf.
Checks them with the projectile. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball
La
rolling.
tenías, por el comeback.
Immediate jump in. Everything up, lands a punish counter for the first hit. That combo did decent damage.
Oof.
Player 1 had a
Oh.
rough go of it last round due to poor drive line.
Oh.
But there's still time to adapt and turn this match around. What'll happen here? Player experiencing burnout. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Uses the gauge for a super art. Serving them a severe beatdown. And they've kept their composure and pulled out the combo at just the right time. Player 2
Ah, no
took
sé.
no time to
¿Se
finish
fue a
that
algún
fight.
lugar? No lo leí.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Projectile to try and change the situation.
Ah,
Can't take
fue
the
lag.
throw.
fue lag
There's a solid
también.
anti-air. Wow, shut down. The impact gets blocked. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. What are these fighters thinking now? The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Corner switch means they can now go on the
Ah,
offensive.
ya.
Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Player 1
Ya,
in that
ya está,
dangerous
ya
burnout
estoy.
state. Somehow pushes back all the
Ah.
way to center stage.
Ya,
Takes a
Manuel, ya.
trip. Goes for the super arm.
Fuck.
Player
Ya,
1
Manuel,
doesn't
la
have
que
a
sigue,
lot
la
of
que
drive
sigue es
gauge
tuya.
to play with. Not a good thing.
Ah,
Alright,
el siguiente
what's
intercambio es
coming
tuyo.
up next?
No,
Heading
mamas.
into the endgame
El
now.
siguiente, el siguiente.
It's smart use
Uh.
of the invincibility on the overdrive Tensho. This is the range where
La
things get
recupera, la
messy.
recupera, se van ¡Ah, no mames! Sí, no hice nada.
Player one picks
Ah,
up the
qué
ball in the
coraje.
first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Ahí te voy, ahí te voy. Modo
Checking their
tryhard.
reactions with a fireball?
Tiene mucho
They
lag.
piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? They were looking up. What'll happen here? Hits them with a stop and pop. Player one will look.
Ooh.
Just goes for it at this range.
Bueno.
Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out.
No.
Smart play with the throw. This is a turning point. They gotta
Ah.
turn it around. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Both fighters planning some smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive tension. And they
Ooh.
create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. Finish
Bueno.
it with the throw. We're
Ahora sí.
going into the final
Ahora
round
sí, ahí viene el
fight-up.
chido.
Which fighter
Ah.
has it in them to
Ah.
find out the win? Scores a big punish counter with that opening drive impact shot. Excellent. They're going for the super.
Oh,
The Dragon Blast
buenísima,
super hits
buenísima.
home.
Qué
Player
puerco
one
asqueroso.
had a rough go of it last round due to poor drive management, but there's still time to adapt and turn this match around. Can they just putting the cherry on top? Spend it all on the super.
Me sacrifiqué ahí, a quemarme para hacer eso.
Turns
Ah,
out
qué
they're
pena.
using the fireball to force a reaction. Oh my, the throw tech. What's next? A real test of Nook Low Heavy. What will be Low Heavy with authority? Player two gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Era tuya, esta era tuya completamente.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Throws a fireball. Smart play with the throw. Potential kiss. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Throws him down. Was well in range to score the
Bueno.
throw. Lots of aggression from both sides.
Oh,
Well-timed corner switch.
oh.
No good up high. Down to the wire.
Sí.
Takes the check, goes for the super art. Both fighters are working with empty drive gauges, but I'm sure
No
they will
mames,
make
¿qué
something
hiciste,
happen.
Chun-Li?
Reacts to the throw. Aerial
Ah.
Tatsu. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense.
¿Qué putia?
Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Jumps up. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Both players extend the bar enough to caution.
No.
What'll happen here? Player two just goes for it and throws out to close it.
Controlado,
Two on the board first
controlado.
with the win. They'll want to
Ah.
keep the pressure on. Goes in with the drive impact to start.
Uf,
Flashes him. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Aerial Tatsu. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Get out of the corner. Player two
Ya,
can't
pendejo.
use any drop. Burnout activates. Player two in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. The
Uf,
Black
sí,
gives them
sí,
a
sí,
great
hermano.
opening
Es
here
tuya.
with big damage.
Ah, no, no tiene con qué.
Hoping for a good
Sí,
return.
sí, sí. Pero no da, no da, no da, no da.
Are we gonna see a
No da,
comeback
no da,
here?
todavía no da.
Connects with the throw.
Ah, GG.
Keeps cool.
No, y sí tenía para hacerlo completo. Se recargó cuando. Ah, qué coraje. Ay, bueno, de todos modos. Ah, porque el critical. Uf, era tuya, de nuevo. Ahí vas, ahí vas. Tienes potencial, chavo.
Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Blocks the impact. Stops the attack by using the drive pair. Mistimed the perfect parry, but is still safe. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. All right, they throw them into the corner. They're looking to keep the pressure on and do some damage. Cuts off the escape route. They want to deny them as much as possible to maximize their damage. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense.
Uf,
The drive impact whips. Are they ready to punish? Reacts to the throw.
Oof.
Burnout activates. With this super
sabía.
The super can.
Sabía. Te leí, bro.
Takes the round like a
No.
thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Hola. Ok.
Brushes that off and keeps going. How will they take advantage of that? Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Serving them a severe beatdown, and the fun's just starting. Jumps in, smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive tension. Player 2, this is gonna be bad news. Very slick with the combo. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? There's the impact. Not letting that in there.
La presión de Chun-Li, bro.
That was a clinic on how a solid neutral
¿Ya sabes qué
game
nivel
wins
soy
the
del
match.
Fighting Pass? Bro, ¿sabes qué nivel soy ya del Fighting Pass? Dale. Oh.
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Gotta do this. Come on.
Hola. Ya regresé. Buena suerte.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Starts with a jump in. Good anti.
Ah.
Wow, shut down. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. All right. Difficult situation for a throw. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Oh. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Can they outlast it? Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player goes for the super art? Blows him.
No
What's
mames.
next? Takes a drill. Like, smart play to stop the opponent there. I can't keep track of these corner
Hey.
switches. Experience in there.
Uf.
Player 2 picks up the first round.
Ya la vi
That'll give
nada.
them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first.
Ay, siempre lo mismo contigo, el mismo combo.
Goes in on the impact for nothing. You do not want to whiff an impact. Aerial top.
Ay, no mames.
Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their driver hits them with a stop and bomb. Super art on deck for both fighters. Hop uses the gauge for a super art. Uses the gauge for the super.
Ah, que yo la
They're not playing around here. Player 2 drops him to half, closing the gap. Connects
Oof.
with the throw. What'll happen here? Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Back to stun. Bad news is on the way. We're so close to the end of the round that it may not matter that both fighters are burned out. Look at the big flatline zone. Player 2 brings it home.
Oh, yeah.
Build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides
Ay,
stepping
buena,
up for the
bro.
rematch. The first round begins. Brushes that off and keeps going. Takes the chance to hurt him. With the forward throw, the battle in the corner continues. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Taking stock. Player 2 chases them down, cleans up the round, ending it with a powerful drive impact. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Shoots off a fireball up close. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Nice
Sí,
counter.
sí, me muy obvio.
That counter's got to have rattled him. Aerial
No
toss.
mames.
Boy's getting stuck in the corner somehow. Does a good job escaping the corner. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 with a super art. That's not going to hit. The super doesn't hit. Burnout activates. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. And it's just enough. Solid read on the bar.
Muy buena, bro.
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Hits them with a stop and pop. Solid combo. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. The drive impact. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. All right, what's coming up next?
No, no, era mía.
Getting into the end game adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Sure you can. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Jumps in, hits them with a stop and bop. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Pops them with a shoryu. What'll happen here? Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refresh. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Jumps, crowns them from above. Meets them in the air. What, were they baiting them into that? Pepper them. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Straddling the inside of their head with the Hyokusen. Player 2 is mounting a comeback. What else? The overhead denied. Cool set the bait at this range. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range.
No.
And both, oh my god, they just choked it up.
Ah, es muy desesperado, bro. Sí, te hubieras aguantado tantito, está nada de saltar encima de ti.
Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Tú sugeriste a Chun-Li, hermano.
Believe it's time for that run back. We are gearing the first brushes that off and keeps going. Strings it all together. Decent damage. What's next? Player 2 has the life lead. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Gets the counter in. Knockdown. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. And the throw ends the round. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Absorbs lands a punish counter for the first hit. Takes the check with a super.
No, bueno.
The Dragon Last Flame giving them a side twist on top of the damage. Player 2 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Breaks those shins. Going in. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Aerial Tatsu. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. They can't squander this punish counter chain. KO. That was a clinic on how
Oye, estás bien, chiquito. Oye.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Let's see what these fighters have up their sleeves out of the gate. The super armor does its job. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to do damage? What's the play here? Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? What's the play here? The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Down to the wire. Uses it nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Shoots off a fireball up close. You know their fireball game is solid. They're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Super Arts on deck for both fighters. How's it? Just goes for it at this range. That's not gonna hit. Life lead is there. Ends the meter. Hoping for a good return. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. There it is.
Que lo que te estaba diciendo era que por qué tenías tanto lag. O
Player
sea,
2 brings
va
it
bien lento
home.
contigo.
Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Todo bien con tu internet.
Right
Ojalá,
back into the
esperemos que
rematch.
se
We
recupere
ain't even
pronto.
close to done yet. Connect with medium kick. Throws him. What's next? All that effort for so little payoff. The combo's there. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Goes for the super art? Player 1 is in a tight spot right now. Sticks the jump in. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be KO? Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, smart play to stop the opponent there. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Extra
Fuck, man.
spicy, sure you connect.
Fuck, man.
Throws a fireball. Smart play with the throw. Experiencing burnout. They're going for the super art.
Chinga. No, todavía no.
On top of the
Tengo un
damage.
último push.
The drive impact doesn't work. Miraculous grab. Life lead is
Level, sí.
goes for it at this range. Can
Oh,
they defend
GG's, bro,
without the
GG's.
game right there?
Sí, aparte es critical.
No doubt about it. No way, that win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned.
Sí, la acción inmensa es bien paciente. Con cachitos de vida tienes que sobrevivir.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. A huge punish counter right in the opening seconds of this round. Solid combo. The throw misses.
Ah!
Blocks the jump in. Checks with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Takes a trip. Can't tech the throw. We're near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Takes a big gamble and whips out a raw super. Where's their opening? So they break forward. In there! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Hits them with a stop and bomb. Takes the chance to hurt him. Combo with the target combo. Gets the jump in.
Chinga
You can
contigo.
open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1, a super art. The super doesn't hit. Player 2 is working with a better burnout activate. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not
Está a
playing
matar.
around here.
Tienes una oportunidad más.
Player 2, all the throw
Chin.
connects. Both sides, clutch, anti-air. Just go for it. A real went for the chip kill. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
¿Y ahora cuál le vas a dar más? Ahora
How
que
is
ya
this
acabaste
rematch going to
el
play
tío.
out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Hits them with a stop and block.
Bueno.
Strings it all together. The impact gets blocked. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Checks them with a projectile. No more drive gauge. Goes for the super.
Ay,
This is looking bad. What are they going to do? How is this round going to develop? Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish.
Uf.
Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and... Oh!
y qué buenarda se me va a costar.
A
Sí,
drive
sí.
impact. Player 2 had an
Yeah.
impressive
Oh.
round while managing their
Mira
drive.
esto, mira esto.
They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. The super doesn't hit. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. They were right to be on guard there. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Jumps. Crowns him from above. Are we gonna see a
Estás a un golpe, bro.
side switch in
Si
the
te
corner?
encesto, mamaste.
Their spacing is so on point right now.
Si te encesto,
Who's gonna
mamaste.
play first?
Esto es un
Not
golpe.
much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on.
No, mames.
Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball.
No, me dio miedo. Quería asegurar.
Expect to see some fireworks.
Hay que arriesgar.
Excellent block. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Medium kick. Low heavy. Smart stuff. Poking at that range to zone the opponent. Player drops that off. Watch the edge with the rock. Ken turning it right up with the super. It's the sunset round. We're gonna see one of these Chun-Li in with her feet here. Player knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Close range projectile. Who will set the bait at this range? Down on life. They gotta make a move. Neither fighter draw super art incoming. They gotta go. A fireball at that range. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing
Pero es que
fashion.
tampoco has practicado, ¿no? No te has metido, pero para nada el juego, nada más.
It's not over
Lo
yet.
leve, ¿no?
Let's believe it's time for that run back. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. The grab misses.
Ching.
It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Next up, these two fighters are perfectly synced. Definitely saw that counter coming. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Decent damage. What's next? Gets the knockdown, and now sees it coming and blocks it out. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Projectile to try and change the situation.
Chinga.
Takes them
Ahí
all
está,
the way
mi
to the
oportunidad de
corner
oro.
with that. Life lead opens up.
Ah,
Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. With this super art connect.
que ya seguir burlando. Ah, pinche Manuel.
Player 1
Ah.
with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. The drive impact is denied. Checks them with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing this perfect parry.
Uf,
Player
qué
2
perro te
needs
diste
to
ahí.
use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Jumps in.
Chinga,
Breaks their
chinga,
guard with the
chinga.
throw. Here comes the mix-up. You gotta be hit them with a stop and bop. Goes
No.
with the safe stuff with that. Uses the gauge.
Sigo vivo.
Jinrai hit.
Ah,
Damage up.
se puso intenso, bro.
Both sides getting ready. Uses their drive gauge. Are we gonna see a
GG.
Dashes out the gate right
Ay, GG.
This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Closes it out.
La tenía que asegurar esta es la psicológica. Ahora va la fácil, mira.
Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Excellent block. Who will come out on all the throw connects? Low heavy. Very. Are they trying to bait a throw? They may have something up their sleeve. Hits the air throw. Wow, reads the counterattack. They push their way out of the corner. That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage.
Te dije que la primera era la psicológica.
Was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Zones with the fireball. Goes for the jump in. Gets a normal hit from the drive impact. They're still good. All right. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Huge
Chinga.
opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Anticipates the overhead. Taking stock. The super armor does its job. Takes the chance to hurt him. All right, what's coming up next? With the life gap opening up, they need to leave KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. He'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes in with the drive impact to start. Grabs him. Brushes off the impact. Picks the air throw. Player 2 chases them down. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Big throws. Both fighters planning something. It's a good spot to use the untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect.
Me mamé.
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. This lands a punish counter for the first hit. The combo's there. There's a corner switch. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. What's going to follow the combo? Checks him with the projectile. Brushes off the impact. Player 2 creates a good, takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Heading into the end game now.
No mames. Ah, ¿qué creíste? ¿Un comeback? No, brother.
Takes the round like a thief in the
No,
night.
brother.
What else can
Aquí
they get
no.
away with? Immediate jump in. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Smart
Ah,
play
qué
to stop
güey,
the
es
opponent.
castigable.
Player 1 chases them down. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side kick. Checks with a medium kick. What'll happen here? The impact doesn't do anything. Experiencing burnout. Knockdown and player plus super art. That's not gonna hit. That's a counter. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Let's see. What's next? Will this super art do anything? Serving them a severe beatdown, and the fun's just starting. Both top draw super art and shift them for the win.
Estás quemado, bro, y cuando te cubres te hace daño el ataque.
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Chun-Li o JP?
They're still hungry.
What do you prefer?
For the rematch. Brushes that off and keeps going.
Este bro no aprende.
Solid combo. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Taking stock.
Chinga.
Neither of them willing to back off here. Nails
Chinga.
the anti-air. Keith picks up the win with the projectile. Good read. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Lands a punish counter for the first hit. Strings it all together.
Chinga. Bueno.
Oh,
Bueno,
hits him
bueno.
with a stop and block. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refresh. Picks the air throw. Risky up close scrap still going. Drive gauge gap here. Drive gauge is almost empty. They gotta be careful. Reaches out with the lightning kicks. Both fighters have a brushes that off and keeps going. Oh, and with the rush. Launches hits a good spot to use the super. The super hits and this looks like it's gonna kill. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish.
¿Sí te vas a comprar el arcade?
Player 2 brings it home.
¿Sí te vas a comprar el
Build
arcade?
themselves a streak.
No.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Hits them with a stop and bop.
Ching.
Throw connects for counter hit damage. That throw hits for a punish counter. They can't take out of it. Still slugging it out here. Well, they managed to escape the corner. but they can't let their guard down. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Knew they'd go for it. That's a good read. Takes a trip. Player 1 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Managing that drive gauge is gonna get tricky. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. How will they utilize this? KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? That drive impact doesn't get through. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Parries the attack. Mistimed the perfect parry, but is still safe. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone.
Chinga.
To say stuff with that and the meter, hoping for a good return.
¿Cómo es el...? Bueno, antes de
Player
ahí
2
te
is
colocas
working
tu
with a better
pregunta. No,
game.
no,
What can they do with it?
concéntrate en la
Separates
pelea.
the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management.
Buena.
Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive moves now. Gotta be careful not to miraculous grab. Player 2, good
Ching.
decision opting for the drive impact.
Chinga,
Finishes it.
chinga, chinga.
Here's the final round. The real fight
Ah,
starts now.
chinga.
Gotta do better than that. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the
Ching.
opponent wants to do first.
Ya, ya me puse nervioso.
Anti-air
yeah.
in the clutch. Player, this is gonna hurt. Uses the target combo as a filler.
Ay,
Dashes out with the Fujira.
uf.
Okay, here we go. Player 2 needs to throw is denied. What a read. Oh my, the throw tech. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Use their shot. Nothing stops this thing.
Chin, nah, GG.
May be able to pull
Es
a
un
fast one,
GG
especially
enorme.
with the super plus
Sí,
plus
ya.
anti-air. The drive impact doesn't work. Just go for it. Impact counter. Oh, that's so sick. Can they do no hesitation or regret?
No, pero no.
That's something.
Sí, no, pero anda también. Estoy bien lejos como dice. Ah, bueno, eso es burnout. Bueno, bueno, bueno.
Bust out the rules
Uf.
and think of a plan while this damage plays out. Answers with a and win.
Uf.
They're wide open. Who will set the bait at the spear?
No, sí, paloy. Tuve mi oportunidad y la desaproveché ahí una
Player
milésima.
1 faced a giant and
GG,
walked away
bro.
unscathed.
Aquí sí te puedo decir, me dominaste en esta
It's not
completamente.
over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Excellent block. Picks the air throw. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner move. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Still slugging it out here. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. In a dire situation, with this super art connect,
Ching.
Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. Digs in deep to get that drive KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start the round.
Chinga.
Sure you can. Player 1 can build off this lead.
No mames.
There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. One mistake here is all that's needed to finish the round. What's going to happen here in the latter half of this round? Hits up the counter. This burns out. Can't ends the meter. Hoping for a good return.
Necesitaba un error.
Wants to close it out.
Milésima de error.
Is it enough?
Oh yeah.
Are they dead? Oh, they're dead! What a way to close it out! Player 2 brings it home.
Buena ahí,
Let's see
bro.
if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here?
Oh,
Projectile to try and change the situation. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Gets a chance with that jump in. What's the play here? Still slugging it out here. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Knockdown.
Chinga.
Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes.
Chinga.
Alright, what smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive Tensho. Jumps? They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. They were right to be on guard there. Oh god, this is pain. Oh. Player 2
La
picks up the first
aguanté,
round.
la
That'll give them a
aguanté, la
psychological
aguanté
advantage.
bien chulo.
Ooh, what's this?
Ah, buenarda.
They can't squander this
Me
punch
leíste
counter
como
attack.
libro.
Flashes. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage.
Ahí voy, ahí voy.
Player 1 has
Let me
the
push,
life
let me
lead.
push.
Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 2 has the meter lead. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Smart play with the glove. Yo, put that away.
Chinga.
Quick breather. Medium kick. Blocks the impact. Excellent block to shut out the impact. They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key. This is
No,
gonna
man.
be bad news. Flashes.
No tiene barra, no tiene barra.
Gig for super.
Uf,
Experiencing
No mames.
burnout.
ya perdí.
What's next? Long range fireball to break the silence. Drive impact misses. Player
Ah, ahí está.
City population.
Sí, sí,
KO.
sí. Ah, pinche mano amarilla.
Here's the final
Ah.
round. The real fight starts now. Jumps in. Throws him. Hits him with a
Ching.
stomping block. Target combo into. Ooh, what a smart throw. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 needs to take advantage. Target
GG.
counter on reaction.
La va a guardar, la va a guardar.
Excellent damage on that. All the
Ching.
goal connects. What's next? Slick overdrive Tensho there to call them out. Slams on the brakes and shuts out the
No mames, ya estaba ahí para ganar.
There's a
No.
What are they gonna do? Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to center stage. Oh, yo, rock super hit. Oh,
Ugh.
reversal. Ooh, what a
Ugh.
smart throw.
No.
Oh my God, they just choked it up.
Fuck, man, creí que iba a hacer otra cosa.
Cashes out of
No
the
mata, pero duele.
Both sides getting ready.
Es tuya.
Taking a step back to slow down.
¡Ay!
I can't move.
Ah,
Right.
ah, ah, tenía grandes esperanzas en ti. Ah, boo, sáquenlo, boo.
Absolute carnage. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Cross that off. That combo did decent damage. Which way you gonna block? That drive impact doesn't get through. You can block impact, but you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do. Player 2 has the life lead. Opts for the throw. What are they thinking here? Not so
Ching.
Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Will this decision pay off for them? Down.
No
to the
mames, ¿cómo
Player
crees?
one chases them down. Very deep
¿Cómo
setup with
crees
the
que
combo into
paraste eso?
Life lead
Uf,
opens
esto va a
up.
estar muy difícil.
Taking stock. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Gets the knockdown, and now? Alright, what's coming up next? Checks them with a projectile. Peppers them with bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Yo, kicking off their face. Good heads up play going for that.
Oh,
Doing enough
fucking
damage to finish the
yes.
round.
Sí, no, ese ya lo pico yo, el de elevarte. A veces no me sale. A veces.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. They were right to be on guard there. Solid combo. Throws them. What's next? Knockdown
Está
and
distraído.
player 1 can't use any drive moves without experiencing burnout. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. A super arm? The super's untouchable.
Ah, me lo imaginé.
Impregnable and perfect. That was a
Sí,
clear
se le fue la motivation. Boo, boo. Boo.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to win with a blow up here? Sees it coming and blocks it out.
Ah.
That was a solid anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Player 1 is using their drive liberally. If the drive gauge is completely empty, the player will enter burnout and won't be able to use drive for a period of time. So it's vital to not let that happen. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense.
Oye, ay, mi pulgar, pero mi pulgar duele un chico para sacar eso.
Brushes that off and keeps going. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so vital. A super art?
Oh.
This Dragon Last Flame could be big. Player 2 took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. Can they turn this gauge advantage into something? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. They were right to be on guard there. Looking to impress with this super. Yo, kicking off their facial features with the Hayok. Just goes
No.
Both fighters planning something? Now, can they finish? There's a
Ching.
Throws them. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Burns out. Flatlines them. Player 2 brings it home.
Bueno ahí, bro.
Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Hits him with a stop and pop. They knew that throw was coming. These two fighters are perfectly synced. Not much damage done so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. All right. The low kick connects. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. Still slugging it out here. Decides to meet them in the air. Does a good job of pushing back.
Chinga.
Can't tech the throw? With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Pokes with a medium kick. Burnout activates. Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. Cuts in with they're stunned. All they need to do is from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They take advantage of everything that's happened up until now. Picks the air throw. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Down to the wire. They can't That's how you force your opponent to
por fin un level 3, por fin un level 3. ¿La ganas? ¿La ganas o la ganas? A ver, vamos, demuéstrame que puede.
Player 2 is in a pretty good situation. Yo, cut that away.
Ching, este
Still
pendejo
slugging it
navideño.
out at this range. They must have a game plan here with a critical art on deck. But were they baiting them into that? A back throw for damage and vital positioning. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Noticeable life leak. Burnout activates. Hit the Dante Ranka. We're gonna see what a beast Chun-Li is with their feet here.
Tienes un movimiento más.
A lot of
Freddy diciendo.
We're so close to the end of the round that it may not matter that both fighters are burned out.
¡No, mames! Ay, lo hice mal, te apliqué el movimiento mal.
Who's going to steal this win? The drive impact doesn't work.
Ya perdiste. Ya perdiste.
Hits them with the counter throw.
No me hagas perder mi tiempo.
What now? Hoses them with a kick. Flatlines them. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.
Sí, esa no la debía de haber ganado. Nada, ni de chiste.
They're still hungry. Both
La
sides
pasada no la
stepping
hice
for the
haber
rematch.
ganado.
Jumps in. Jumps, hits him with a stop and pop. This fight is just underway. Hold your breath. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? The combo's there. What's going to follow the combo? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Knockdown. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Strings it all together. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Very solid
No
corner.
mames, Emanuel.
Takes a trip.
No mames,
Life lead
Emanuel.
opens up. Grabs him.
Oh.
Sneaks in the throw. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Just out of range for that throw.
Chin.
Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Uses the gauge for a super arc. Goes for the super arc early to try and establish a big life lead from the get-go. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Jumps? Gotta be careful. Goes for the aerial Sakosho. Goes for it at this range. Uses the gauge for
Te hubiera esperado que fuera crítica.
They're not playing around here. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. There's a change of side. Experiencing burnout. Zones with the fireball. Knocked them out of the air. Reads the jump in perfectly. The low kick hits.
Chinga.
Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. What are they gonna do? Flatline. Draw to hand it to both of our fighters.
No, pues tú corriste, ya la tenías ahí. Yo creo que hace un Shoryuken.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. The throw missed. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Impact's a no-go. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Grabs
Ching.
them. Knockdown. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The
Mame.
neutral game is very important here. Life lead opens up. Jumps? That burnout activates. Goes for the super art. Player opts for the throw to close it out.
Oh,
Player
fucking
2
yeah.
picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they'll hit them with a stop and bop. Did this super art connect? Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. They were right to be on guard there. That attack landed for a counter, experiencing burnout. Uses the gauge for a super arc. Hit the Sultan Rankas. He's gonna give them a rabid beatdown for some serious damage. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. A quick brief. Yo, put that away. This is the ideal. Burnout activates. Sneaks in the throw.
Almost.
Well, listen, when you're locked in,
Queda una de
you're locked
Forti,
in.
la última de pelea es una de
Decisive
Forti y a
win.
Mimi.
How is this rematch going to play
¿Es
out?
poder?
Are we going to witness a blow up here? All that effort for so little payoff. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Decent damage. What's next? Lots of aggression from both sides. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. That parry may be just the catalyst they need. Takes a trip. Player 1 is working with a less than ideal drive game. They'll need to be very careful here. Taking stock. Player 1 can't let their drive game lead. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Will this super art connect? Jinrai kick for a mix-up. The kick hits! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jumps in. Checks them with a projectile. Nice counter. That counter's got to have rattled them. takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. Knockdown, and player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Scrapping it out up close. Grabs and throws him away. Going in. Player 2 has a chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. The drive impact is denied. Hits the air throw. Barely blocks the jump in. Drive impact misses. Miraculous grab. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Burns out. Links it. Critical art
GG's.
out the cage right there.
Go.
Will this be enough to kill? No way. That win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned.
GG,
Player
GG.
2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Pero llevas como 4 ganadas, ¿no? 5.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Hits him with a stop and bomb. Shoots off a fireball up close. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Goes for the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. Still slugging it out here. Tries to throw but doesn't connect. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Does a good job of pushing back. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. That drive impact doesn't get hits the air throw. Shoots off a fireball up close. Recovers from burnout. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Super close corner switch. Sneaks in the throw. Player 2 picks up the first round.
Oh,
That'll
yeah,
give them
oh,
a
yeah.
psychological advantage. Hits him with a stop and bomb. Shows a medium kick. Pops him with a shoulder. Projectile to try and change the situation. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Peppers them with the lightning kicks. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. That drive impact doesn't get through. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the... It's a good spot to use the super. Yo, kicking off their facial features with the Hayate. Experiencing burnout. Going in. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. What'll happen? Hazatsu avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. A super art, the Dragon Lash Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage. Goes for the aerial Kikoshi.
Sí.
Life lead is there. What a
Ah,
finish!
pendejo.
Player 2 brings it
Ya,
home.
vieja mía.
Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Buena
It's not
suerte.
over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. How's this? Nice tech. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. What are they thinking here? Player 2 chases them down. This stun might mean the end of it capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Checks them with a projectile. Can't tech the throw. Strings it off, charges forward. Player 1, burnout activates. Peppers them with the lightning kicks. Knockout, and they're going for the super art. The super doesn't hit. KO.
Tú me
So listen,
obligaste.
when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
Nada, me los
Right
pongo de
back into the
fondo y
rematch.
ya.
We ain't even close to done yet. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground
Sí.
game and fireballs.
Chin.
Throw connects for counter hit damage. Those hit harder than normal throws and really pile on the pressure. Player 1 has the life lead. Back throw to get the side switch. A dizzying side switch in the corner. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Very solid corner switch. Taking stock. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something.
Qué perro.
Throws them to start the corner pressure. Slows them to negate the block. The grab misses.
Oh.
Just out of view. This super art connect.
Vámonos.
Flash flame could
Vamos,
be
Chun.
dead.
Vamos, Chun.
Goes for a projectile to try and change
Yeah.
the pace.
Uf.
At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Where is their opening? Ends with the
Ah.
Player 1 picks up the first
Jeez.
round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Misses the grab. Who's going to start things off? There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. A drive impact. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Do they have enough drive gauge? Drive gauge is almost empty. They gotta be careful. Hits them with a stop and block. Knockdown and looking for a chance. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Both fighters planning some.
Chinga, chinga, chinga. Ow.
Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. We're at a standstill, but we may see an eruption. Hazanchu! What are they gonna do? Overhead, but it won't work. Jumps. She's right.
Ah.
Right there.
Tu madre.
This is gonna kill.
Ah, no sé qué hacer. Sí, sí.
Closes it out.
Tú hiciste todo el control en esta,
Player 1
Sí, me cambiaste toda la estrategia de cómo estabas jugando. Te rifaste
only
ahí.
gonna make them stronger. They're still
Yo estaba
hungry.
acostumbrado a que esto
Both sides
decía.
stepping up for the rematch. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Big counter. Deal some damage with that quick combo. What's going to follow the combo? Checks with the projectile. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Hold your breath. Solid combo. The throw misses. Nails the anti-air. Knockdown. Life lead opens up. Too tough gets him. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump into lands a punish counter for the first hit. That combo did decent damage. There's a change of side. Gets out of the corner. At this range, picks the air throw. Medium kick hits. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. A quick breather. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Player 1 will look experiencing burnout.
Chin, 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 chin.
Onto that corner
¿Qué hago? ¿Qué hago? ¿Qué hago?
Oh yeah, that's what I like to see.
Estoy en burnout, ¿verdad? Sí. Fuck.
Rip
Fuck, man.
off.
Fuck.
Player 2 has an
Ah,
empty
es
spot
toda
up against
tuya.
the wall and the stun is there. Connects with the throw. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. No, what a finish! Player 2 brings it
Ah, ¿y
home.
el de segundo?
Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Sí, que el primero. Sí, era tuya.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch.
¿Luisito? ¿Luisito? ¿Estás escuchando
Shoots off a
Luisito?
fireball up close. Had the radar up and running. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Both sides have full drive and plenty of health. Let's see how things open up. Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. Player 2 chases them down. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Throws them to negate the block. Combo with the target combo. Strings it all together. caught in the cross-up. Shoryuken. Going in. One combo can end this round. Experiencing burnout. Burnout actually in there.
La tenía de nuevo.
Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Ooh, it looks like hits him with a stop and pop. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Reaches out with a... Both fighters planning something? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Looking to impress with this super. Level 3 super.
Vamos a esperar el critical para ganar. Ahí te va, Necesito que me hagas daño.
Counting on the super to do the job. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Jumps in. Side switch in the corner. What'll happen here? Watching each other carefully. Who will make the first move? Big throw.
Ya, con eso fue GG.
But impact squashed. Players and whip.
Oh fuck, man.
Amazing. Are we gonna see a comeback here?
Fuck, man. Fuck. Qué caguingue eres, qué caguingue.
This is gonna hurt. Medium kick. Clutch parry. Gotta do better than that. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gains. Please, careful, what's this? What's gonna happen? They can't squander this punish counter attack. Clutch burns out. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Hit the sunset rasta. We're gonna see what a beast Chun-Li is with her feet here. Player 2 is in a very good spot. Wow, reads the counterattack. Closes it out.
Me hiciste enojar, eso no tienes que darle
Player
ganar.
2 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Just out of range for that throw. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Jump in, finds the mark. Knockdown. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Takes the chance to hurt him. Checks him with the projectile. Player 1 is in burnout. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Peppers them with the lightning kicks. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Jumps. Scrapping it out up close. Potential kick. Takes a trip. They gotta be careful here because a full drive gauge can be a smart play to stop the opponent there. Sends a clear message with that counter. Jumps in. Peppers them with the lightning kicks. Hits them with a stop and pop. The throw whips. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Blocks it. Reaches out with the lightning kicks. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Poses them with a kick. Wow, reads the counterattack. Flatlines them.
Oh yeah, no la aguantaste la
Player 2
presión.
brings it home.
Bro, dejo de respirar cuando estoy bajo presión.
How is this rematch
Este juego
going to
me
play out?
estresa.
Are we going to witness a blow up here? Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Sticks the combo. What's going to follow the combo? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Taking stock. Big low reaching heavy. Gets the counter hit throw. All right, what's coming up next? Life lead is opening up, but that could still be over. Gets him. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Projectile to try and change the situation. takes the chance to hurt him. What'll happen here? Reaches out with the lightning, hits him with a stop and pop.
Ching.
Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. A quick breather. Experiencing burnout. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. There it is. They knew it'd be enough.
Una de Forti a Mimir, ¿no? La última de peleas y una de Forti a Mimir. Una última, Gol gana aquí en la de peleas y al Fort una, ¿no? Va.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin. Projectile to try and change the situation. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Taking stock.
Chinga.
What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize
Bueno, si
on
pierde no es Gol gana.
Nails the anti-air. Knockdown. Player 1 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Gets the counter hit throw. All right, what's coming up next? Burnout activates. Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. They're going for the super art. KO.
Para lobby tú, bro. Patadas
Player
Chun-Li.
2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of, yo, put that away. Risky up-close scrap still going. Potential kicks. A quick breather. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Breaks the block with a throw. That throw will do some good damage. Both of our combatants brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2, burnout activates. Level 3 super.
Vas a sobrevivir.
That meter like it's
Tienes un último push. ¿Sí?
Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. A single hit will do it. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. Player 2 brings it home.
Está chida la Chun, ¿no? Está chida la Chun.